What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI Collector's Edition. Today we're going to unbox Marvel Legends Legacy. Ooh, I just spat. Marvel Legends Legacy Deadpool. Sexy mother. First of all, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the current goal. If you help me get to 1,000 subscribers, I promise you, I will do more videos. How's that sound? This is a re-release of the Deadpool that comes in the 2-pack with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I do have that, and I will be doing a comparison of the two, just in case there is any changes, but it's a great figure. I'm surprised that they haven't released this one again on its own until now, because it was very sought after, and that 2-pack always fetches a good price, and I paid a good price for mine. But I really like this figure. It's very articulated. It's got a lot of personality to it as well, and I'm keen to check it out. So quick talk about the packaging. This is great. This is really good packaging. I think this is, if there was some sort of practical way to get like Ryan Reynolds' signature on an action figure, this is the perfect thing to get it done on. Like, I just love the way the packaging looks. I like how clean it is. I like how square it is. Great packaging. It is a bit small as well. It feels smaller than your average Marvel Legends packaging. Feels like it's getting closer to that like Japanese SH Figure Arts kind of, maybe not quite that small, but it's definitely getting smaller, these boxes are. Okay, first impressions unboxed is this is exactly the same figure. I was hoping that we would get pinless legs on this one, since it's a re-release, but no, there's pinned legs, which is a bit disappointing. And I'm very happy to see that the eyes on this one are clean. The only blemish that the previous one that I got had was a single black dot right in the middle of one of his eyes, and I just didn't want to try and fuck around with it and get rid of it in case I ruined the paint. But I might give that a try now that I've got another one at least, and no, this one looks great. This figure comes with quite a lot of accessories. We get, first of all, the unicorn, which, you know what, I'm not a fan of that accessory at all. It's a okay, funny little joke, but I really don't think it's very, I don't know. I don't think it fits the action figure world very well. I would have much preferred a unmasked Deadpool head instead of that in this particular figure. I think that's something that we definitely need, a Ryan Reynolds manky Deadpool face. That's what I want. But he comes with 4 sets of hands, and there's a little bit to talk about here, because there's inconsistency with the hands in terms of 2 of the sets have a silver, like, I don't know, silver panel on the top of the gloves. The other 2, that panel's not painted, or it's not supposed to be painted, but it is definitely there. So the gloves, they all match their opposing thing, but it is kind of weird that some of them are painted and some of them are not. It also comes with a little knife that can either go in his hand or tuck away in the boot and the knife holder around his leg. He's got his 2 swords as well, which is a must-have. They go in the sheaths that are on his back. And one big difference between this figure and the previous release is the guns that sit in the holsters on his legs. They come out now, so you can actually get those pistols out, which is great, because Deadpool with pistols is a great figure photography opportunity. Do these guns have... Yeah, the only thing that sucks, these guns don't have the hole in the front for the effect pieces that have been coming out with other stuff, so no effect pieces can be used on those guns, which kind of sucks. Looking at the paintwork, I think this is the exact same shade of red from the previous figure. I looked at it under lights and I tried to give it my best, but I don't see any difference between the 2 at all. And the original figure had quite a lot of paint application. There's a lot of silver on the buckles. There's the pouches, you know, that tan color on the leg and around the waist as well. So there's probably not a great deal of paint app that they could improve. Like, are these things on the legs the same? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the new one is like a shade darker, like just a shade. But all the paint app that I can see looks spot on. None of it looks bad or, you know, coloring out of the lines or anything like that. Looks fantastic. I can probably give the paint a 10 out of 10, to be completely honest. I don't know what else you could really do to this one to even, like, add to it. 10 out of 10 paintwork. So looking at the articulation, going from the bottom up, he's got a very interesting big, I don't know, joint there at the ankle. I don't know if that's atypical of Marvel Legends or if this is slightly different because it's a little bit of a different design, but it's very, very rigid, but it absolutely gives you a good foundation as well. There is no boot cut, but you get a double jointed pinned knees, you get a thigh cut, no drop down hips, just regular. So the waist joint is, you know, covered by the belt, so you can turn the waist without really upsetting the articulation or the appearance too much. The waist is pretty good. You can't really spin it all the way around because he's got the harness on there. Ab crunch, back and forth. Again, a little bit hard to get it in all positions just because of that one piece sort of rubber harness that goes around, but it is definitely there. Butterfly joints, which is a very nice addition to a Deadpool figure. Somebody who likes his guns, likes his weaponry, give me those butterfly joints. Double jointed pinless arms and you know, regular, the head spins all the way around. Arms go all the way back with the butterfly join. This figure is genuinely a hell of a lot of fun to pose, and yeah, even though it's a live action figure, you've got all the articulation of like one of the comic book characters. You're probably going to see Deadpool on OnlyFans pretty soon because he passes the Tarantino test, stands up perfectly fine, balances great with all that articulation. There is zero problems. But since this is a Deadpool review, let me get a little bit meta for a moment. Can you imagine if I was doing this channel and I was doing the Tarantino test when the Eternals figures came out and I did a review of Ajax played by Salma Hayek? Can you imagine that? If you can't, go watch From Dusk Till Dawn and get back to me. So my final thoughts on this figure are, if you get the opportunity to pick it up, definitely pick it up. Even if you just keep it in the box, it's just a really nice Deadpool branded box with Deadpool in it kind of thing. Like sometimes you might get a figure and it's from a different wave or whatever, but this is really a collector piece as much as it is like an action figure to be opened and posed and everything like that. Little thing I did notice when I was just testing the head removal, which by the way, the old one, the head removal felt really kind of risky. It felt like it was going to break every time I would do it, so I never really took the head off that one. This one came off a little bit easier. It must be a bit of a design flaw. It still felt like I had to really kind of give it a bit of a yank, and the neck is separate from the body as well. It's covered up by the black, like, I don't know, cute little choker that Deadpool is wearing, we'll call it that. And that choker thing around his neck, that also moves, and it can show the gap underneath as well. So just a little something to keep in mind, but it's a very minor issue. But I think this is a 10 out of 10 figure. I mean, this is as good as a live action Deadpool as you want, with the exception of like giving us an unmasked Ryan Reynolds head sculpt. That would be nice. There's not really a great deal else that you could really ask for with this one right here. And now I just want to get, can we get Juggernaut, please? Can we get, who else was in that thing? Give me Dopinder. Give me Dopinder in his cab. Marvel Legends. Don't worry about Ghost Rider. Don't worry about Robbie Reyes. I want Dopinder in a cab. HasLab version, let's go. And it's probably maybe a little bit too ambitious, but I would love to get the X-Force that they had in Deadpool 2. But that's a lot of like likenesses that you need to pay for, and I don't know how popular those would be, but I don't know. I'd love to get a Terry Crews. I can't remember what his character was, but I'd love to get Terry Crews in Marvel Legends form. That's all I want. Just give me Terry Crews. Terry Crews and Dopinder, HasLab, tier 3. Let's go. And if we can get Salma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn, I wouldn't say no to that either. Is this Deadpool shelf worthy? Yeah, the one that I had that it's going to replace has been a mainstay on my shelf forever. Anytime there's a little tiny spot, it just goes there, and it goes great with the X-Men Hugh Jackman Wolverine for obvious reasons. The new one doesn't come out for another month, but I'll do a review of that when it does come out. At the moment, I've just got Wolverine in the famous leather jacket from Wolverine Origins. Everybody, remember how important that fucking leather jacket is? How much time did we spend on that shit? But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this figure. If you do want to see my reaction to the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, I'll link it at the end of this video. It's on my main channel, and I plan on going and seeing that movie the day it comes out. If there's a midnight session for it, and I can make sure I've got the next day off, that is going to happen. I will definitely be seeing that. And then I will be doing a reaction to the movie on my main channel whenever it goes up on streaming, just because I know it's very likely going to be jam-packed with so much Easter eggs and shit that I will definitely miss on the first watch through. So FWCI, etc. if you want to see more reaction content, and make sure you subscribe here on FWCI Collector's Edition for more action figure content. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your figs. See you in the next video. Peace.